Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're having a great morning, and thank you again for joining us for another great event, the 2025 Australian Lebanese Chamber of Commerce, the ALCC Breakfast Seminar. So welcome again to the first event of the ALCC for the 2025 years. And I'm Anthony Hasham. I'm one of the board directors and the vice president for the Australian Lebanese Chamber of Commerce. And together with my co-host, which a lot of you might know, Mr. William Zhang, he's the founding director of Palantir Consulting and one of our silver sponsors. We're truly delighted to see you gathered here at the Waterview Bicentennial Olympic Park. And we really hope that you're going to enjoy this morning and also the presentation that Paul BLOXHAM is going to be giving on this interesting election year and a good budget seminar. So we'll get to that later on. We hope you feel right at home this morning and you enjoy delicious coffee, engaging conversations, and an agenda designed to spark thought and collaboration. Thank you for joining us and helping to kick off what promises to be an exceptional year for the Australian Lebanese Chamber of Commerce. Before we proceed, I would like to respectively acknowledge that the Wangal people are the traditional custodians of Sydney Olympic Park. I pay my respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging.
Thank you, Anthony. As you settle in and enjoy your coffee and breakfast today, please take a moment to note the emergency exits on the sides, and please ensure your mobile device is switched off or put in silent. Many thanks to as well to our organizers to put together such an exceptional agenda for today. I'm just excited to see Mr. Paul BLOXHAM to speak today. And yeah, with ALCC celebrating 40 years anniversary this year. How amazing is that, right? Yeah, and please mark your diary for Friday 31st August this year. So Friday 31st of October, my bad. Friday 31st October this year for another exceptional event, all right? It's my distinct pleasure to co-host the very first ALCC corporate breakfast for 2025 and featuring our very special guest, Mr. Paul BLOXHAM. And after the breakfast is served in next, well, I've already served in the next 10 to 15 minutes, I think, enjoying it. Mr. BLOXHAM will deliver a comprehensive presentation and entitled The Budget Review in a Election Year. So unpacking the critical economic trends and fiscal implications poised to shape our outlook for the period ahead this year. So in a moment, Mr. Salim Nicholas will address us on today's topic as well. But first, I would like to ask Mr. Nicholas to please be ready on the foot by the stage. And while we review some photos from the record-breaking fundraiser for the Lebanese Red Cross. It was part of our annual Business Award Gala event. So let's take a look.
welcome the Chamber President, Mr. Salim Nicholas, OIM.
Good morning, dear friends. It is wonderful to be with you. This chamber is delighted to once again welcome Mr. Paul BLOXHAM, whose insights into the economy resonate with me. So much so that I am reminded of a children's song about the human skeleton. It goes, the thigh bone's connected to the hip bone's connected to the backbone, and the backbone is connected to the neck bone. This song could well relate to today's topic, namely the budget that shapes the economy, wherein everything is connected to everything else. The fiscal policy is connected to growth. Growth is connected to inflation. Inflation is connected to interest rates, and rates are connected to investment, which in turn is connected to profit. The same applies within a business. Marketing is connected to sales, which boosts finance, which supports production, which is controlled by management that sponsors innovation. I expect that Paul will shed some light on the good news, if any, in the lead up to the election. Regardless, business leaders find the economy to be a very scary machine because we have no control and no access to its levers. Although we play our part within its framework, the economy shapes us far more than any of us could influence it. No matter what happens with rates or inflation, bad news for some is seen as great news by others. Even in the worst of economic climates, there are agile entrepreneurs who ride the waves to victory. This is for you, Dr. Shenji. 236 years ago, in March 1789, when he was the governor of Pennsylvania, Benjamin Franklin wrote to a friend announcing that the U.S. Constitution had just been established. Franklin said that democracy appeared promising, but, he added, in this world, nothing is certain except death and taxes. May I expand upon the famous quote and say, nothing is certain except death, taxes, and economic uncertainty. It seems to me that modern-day business champions are those who can navigate the choppy seas by adopting one or all of the following three operational strategies. One, they delegate as much as possible in order to free up their time, to review their operations and streamline inefficient workflows. Two, they ask customers, staff, suppliers, investors, policymakers, and other stakeholders what they would love to see fixed or improved. Three, they empower managers and staff to raise concerns about weak links, including faulty systems, disgruntled employees, frustrated customers, flimsy health and safety, plus possible fraud and corruption. Such attention helps to minimize legal exposure, brand destruction, and reputational damage. In closing, may I wish you well. I hope that the economy and the election and the federal budget will be kind to you all. To better understand the fiscal and monetary policies that might emerge during and after the election, let's hear from the Chief Economist for Australia, New Zealand, and Global Commodities, who is also a Managing Director at HSBC. Ladies and gentlemen, please extend a warm welcome to a friend of this chamber, Mr. Paul BLOXHAM.